What's up, y'all, and welcome to this Friday's edition of Linker Trivia. We are almost at the weekend, people. I'm so happy you're here to join us live, and I have some fun trivia for you today that will definitely test your trivia knowledge. Before we get started, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Linker, for giving us some awesome Pura Vida bracelet packs. We've got 3 to choose from, so be the quickest to answer all 5 questions, and you will be the new owner of these awesome bracelets. For those of you that are new to Linker, if you miss a question, don't stress. You can get back in by hitting the second chance button. Today's topic is all about famous cartoons. Yes, who remembers sitting in front of the TV on Saturday morning with a big bowl of cereal? I always had Lucky Charms. No care in the world and no job to worry about. Just you and Popeye connecting. Okay, let's get started. This is going to be a fun one. Even though cartoons existed before him, when people think of the beginning of cartoons, one specific character usually comes to mind. And for good reason. This character sparked the media giant that we still enjoy to this day. So for question 1, Mickey Mouse made his debut in what animated short film? Was it Steamboat Willie, Fishing Mickey, or Canine Caddy? This short came out in 1928 and was an instant smash success with critics and crowds alike. It was not only Mickey's debut, but also Minnie's. Disney was paid $500 for the film, which was a boatload of cash back then. Actually, it was a steamboat load. That now famous short was, of course, Steamboat Willie. Oh my goodness, we had 17 correct and 1 incorrect. Not too late, you can buy back in and keep on playing with us. Although most people remember Steamboat Willie as being the first animation ever, that's not true. People were dabbling with animation as far back as the 1800s. Cartoons made a big leap forward in the next decade. When the Looney Tunes debuted, a new star was born, and he had catchphrases. One such catchphrase that always seemed to come up in his cartoons had to do with his inability to navigate. I can totally relate to that. So question number 2. Where does Bugs Bunny always say he should have made a left turn? Was it Baltimore, Albuquerque, or Las Vegas? I know where I'd like to go. Few knew this, but this famous catchphrase was probably really funny to audiences back in the 1940s because it was based in reality. Back before the 1950s, Route 66 traveled from Chicago to Los Angeles and actually intersected with itself at a certain town, which constantly confused drivers. That town was Albuquerque. All right, we got 14 correct and 4 incorrect. All right, we're gonna keep going. Of course, that joke doesn't land like it did back in the 40s, but it's still a funny sounding name. Moving on. By the 1960s and 70s, cartoons were everywhere. In 1969, Hanna-Barbera debuted a cartoon that would prove to be as legendary as Mickey and Bugs Bunny before him. This was one mischievous talking dog by the name of Scooby-Doo. So for question 3, what was the title of Scooby-Doo's original TV show? Was it Mystery Inc., Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Or A Pup Named Scooby-Doo? This one is a little tougher than you might think. Believe it or not, there are still new Scooby-Doo shows being made right now. It turns out a bunch of teens chasing around ghosts and gremlins who turn out to be Old Man Jenkins is a timeless affair. The very first Scooby-Doo show was called Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? All right, we have 10 correct and 4 incorrect. You can still click that link and keep playing. Frank Welker, the voice of Fred in the original 1969 series, is still voicing Fred to this day. He's the last original cast member still going. That's pretty cool. Well, the Jetsons was remarkable for its futuristic setting at a time when the country was obsessed with space and futurism. Debuting in 1962, 7 years before man walked on the moon, the show gave us a glimpse at space cars, houses in the clouds, and even robot maids. I would like one of those. So for question 4, what was the name of the Jetsons' dog? Was it Cosmo, Pluto, or Astro? This is a tough one. I got a little confused on that one for a second. You might remember the theme song, Meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy, daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. Okay, I'll stop singing for you. But no love for their dog's name in there, despite the fact that he has a rudimentary grasp on the English language. Let's hope talking dogs are on the way soon. That would be pretty cool. So the answer is, of course, Astro. 9 correct, 1 incorrect. You guys are doing so good. Although it's never directly stated when the Jetsons take place, the creator said it was supposed to be 2062. So that means, by my calculation, George Jetson has probably already been born. That's pretty cool. What would a cartoon trivia game be without a little bit of Spongebob? Probably the most iconic cartoon character in the modern era. It's hard to believe SpongeBob is 22 years old. God, that makes me feel super old. In the very first episode, SpongeBob gets the job at Krusty Krab and has to whip up enough burgers to satisfy a huge mob of customers. So for your last question, a hungry mob of what type of fish does SpongeBob have to serve on the first episode? Is it tuna, jellyfish, or anchovies? Well, this episode aired on May 1st, 1999. Can you believe it's been that long? Whew. In the episode, SpongeBob saves the day and earns the prestigious title of fry cook at the Krusty Krab. But he couldn't have made it happen without that ravenous group of anchovies. Ooh, we got 5 correct and 3 incorrect. Oh my goodness, you guys are so good at this. Well, more than one person answered all 5 questions correctly, and as you know, we only have 1 prize available. So this triggers a tiebreaker, which means the person who was the quickest to answer all the questions wins. So here are our winners for today's event, and we have Becca. Oh my goodness, congratulations, sweetie. Make sure you visit your wallet on the Linker app to claim your prize. Well, that's all the trivia I have for you today. I would like to give a big thank you to everyone for playing and to our event sponsor, Linker. If you got out too early, it looks like you should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque. You'll get them the next time. Have another game for you on Monday. As always, don't forget to subscribe to Linker to stay up on date on upcoming events and to get reminders when it's time to play. Have a great weekend, beautiful people. Mwah.